Anthony Dirrell, Jose Uzcategui. I'm going to call him Jose. Okay, look, once again, there's just a lot of bad reporting going on out there. And, I'm going to set the record straight. Okay, I'm going to talk about the knockout. And let me give you a brief summary. I'm sure a lot of you already know. But during the Anthony Dirrell, Jose Uzcategui fight, Jose basically threw a punch and knocked him out after the bell. Knocked him down. Wouldn't say knocked him out cold. Knocked him down, okay? He punched during the bell. Anthony Dirrell went down. And then Anthony Dirrell's uncle walks over there and just jacks the guy in the jaw. Gives him a 1-2. Hits him in the jaw with the left and then hit him in the throat with the right. Okay, now let me just... Let me back up, and then I'll tell you what actually happened and what people are just they're missing. They're not seeing the full picture. Okay, round one, Jose looking good. Showboating, showmanship. It looked great, actually. Round two, a lot of people talking about could have been a 10-8 round. There was a punch and a slip. They said it was a slip, but I think Dirrell was hurt. Round three, intense. Three good rounds for Jose. And then round four, you can see Anthony Dirrell kind of making a comeback. He, established the jab, just started making a comeback and looked good, later on in the fight. But the first, three rounds, I'm like, oh, shit, this guy is, he looks good, right? You could tell Dirrell not looking too good. Both guys, 6'1", 6'2". And they're at what are they, 168? Okay, so they're both fighting at super middleweight. Two big guys. Jose, I think he has around an 80% knockout ratio. I've seen him fight before. I like him. Not a big fan, but whatever. Okay, but let's get to the action here, and I'll show you I have a little crappy clip I can show you. I don't like putting things up on the channel that can have copyright issues. That's why I don't put a lot of stuff like that up. But anyway, okay. So at the end of the round, Jose's in a combination, right? He's throwing a combination, okay? And I think it's a 1-2 and a 3, like a left, right, left. Something that's really not important, but this is what is important. If you guys have ever been into a dressing room with the referee, I'm going to put a video up. I have a video from who was it? Who was that? Marquez? I can't remember what fight I was at. Alvarado. I was at a Mike Alvarado fight, and the referee, they come in before the fight, and how they say we already explained the rules in the dressing room. Well, part of the rules are protect yourself at all times, okay? Now, and they even tell you the bell is going to sound, and you're going to get 2 rings or you're going to get 3. Bing, bing, or bing, 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 at the end of the round, ding, 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 and you are to protect yourself at all times, okay? So this shit, and not only that, okay, we'll talk about that rule. We'll talk about that. But, I'm not so sure that Jose, it was a dirty punch on his part, because this was like a split second. The referee came up, he said 5 seconds to the bell. Now, you got to remember, this dude, he can't speak English, number one, so he probably had no idea what that referee was saying. But being a professional boxer, he probably knew, the round was coming to an end, okay? But right at the sound of the bell, he throws a hook, and, Anthony Dirrell goes down, okay? Now, but like I said, you gotta think about it, okay? It was right at the bell. It wasn't like ding ding and then pause like a second and then a hook. It was right at the sound of the bell. And again, these are professional fighters, okay? They're told prior to the fight. And not only that, you're taught that in any gym. You keep your hands up until the other guy walks away. You don't just, oh, I hear a bell, I think I'll drop my hands. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. So that, so for people saying it's a cheap shot or whatever, I don't understand it because, like I said, they're given, detailed instructions before the fight to protect yourself at all times, okay? And, you know, it's a funny thing, too. Whenever Mayweather did this to Victor Ortiz, everybody was like, you know, basically defending Mayweather, all these bullshit channels out here. But now it's done to Anthony Dirrell by a Mexican dude, and all of these, you know, pro-black channels out here are saying it's a dirty punch. It's an illegal punch. You know, their video titles are, you know, illegally punch. And it's not. It's not an illegal punch. Like I said, the fight doesn't end until the sound of the second or third bell stops. So it's ding, ding, stop. Ding, 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 stop. You know, it's not ding, stop, and then another ding, ding. So, you know, again, it's just these guys are amateurs with their reporting. So I don't think it was a dirty punch. I think, you know, now, you know, I don't like that tactic. Okay, me personally, I don't like when a fighter, you know, they try to use the bell to throw in a quick punch. But as a professional boxer, you should know, keep your hands up, and you're even told to keep your hands up. Keep your hands up at all times. So, you know, I don't get it. Like I said, it's a rule, and the referee talks to him, you know, and says, hey, you know, you can even hit at the sound of the bell. So that's another thing a lot of people out there probably don't realize. When you hear the bell, if you can time a punch, you know, to like, let's say it's counting down. It's like 3, 2, 1. You can throw a punch at 1 and land at the sound of the bell. 1 punch, ding, and then you got the other ding or the 3 dings. But they'll even tell you before a fight how many dings you're going to get at the end of the round. So, you know, I don't understand it. You know, I think he got caught with a punch. Anthony Dirrell probably thought, you know, hey, the round is coming to an end. You know, I'm going to drop my hands, I guess. I don't know, but I don't even think that was the case. I don't think the bell had anything to do with it. I just think that, you know, I think Jose caught him with a good punch. That's what I think. I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, like I said, I can't defend Anthony Dirrell either way here. And then for his uncle to come up, you know, and cheap shot him like that. I mean, what a punk move. I mean, what a punk ass move. And not only that, you know, hit him clean on the jaw. Just hit him flush clean on the jaw. And that guy looked at him like, what the fuck you doing, man? I mean, you know, threw a punch like a girl, number one. Looked like my little niece like throwing a punch. But it's just, I'm sorry. To me, it was an embarrassing night for Team Dirrell. You know, he got caught with a punch. He didn't keep his hands up. He didn't follow the rules. You know, as a veteran professional boxer, you should know this. And then for your uncle to come over there and you know, punch this man in the jaw like that, I'd press charges on him. I would. And even the Showtime crew, right after this happened, they said that's assault. You know, that's assault, regardless of what happened. And not only that, you know, Anthony Dirrell, he was hurt. You know, he said in an interview after the fight, he said he was real fuzzy, okay? But he played it up. You could tell he's looking over at his corner, and they're telling him, the corner's telling him, like, you know, oh, play it up, you know, I'm going to go down, go down, go down, okay? And kind of like when Oscar De La Hoya's nephew fought on a card, and the same thing happened where the guy got hit, and his team told him to go down. As he's walking to his corner, then he drops down like, oh, yeah, I guess I'm hurt. I better fall. You know, it reminded me of that bad acting. You know, he fell down. He acted like he was, you know, hurt a lot more than he really was, okay? And, you know, like I said, he's a pro fighter, man. He should know to keep his hands up until your opponent is walking away, until the referee separates you. You know, that's when it stops. It doesn't stop, you know, the first ping of a bell, okay? And again, I don't think that has anything to do with it. I think he just got caught. So what do you guys think? Leave it in the comment section. I'm really curious to see what you guys think because, you know, I don't know, man. I mean, like I said, I don't like when fighters, like, try to time a punch with the bell, but at the same time, you know, it's legal.